the bankruptcies, backwardness of the reactionary Joseph human workers, field administration. On the basis of that quickly, we ask you to follow us through as we move to the crucial component of the program, and that has to do with pay homage to God Almighty. And I will call upon the revolutionary Mother Lord for group of opening prayer. Thank you all so much, Mother Lord.
In Jesus' name, Jesus' mighty name, somebody shout the glory. Hallelujah. In Jesus' mighty name, let us bow. And so, Father, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, we say thank you. Jehovah, we say thank you because we never start together, we also meet together this hour. Our Lord and our motivation came to present our press offering to your hands. Papa God, as the song will speak, may you speak, O Lord, and you will speak, O Lord. We say thank you for a successful press offering, O Lord. Thank you, Lord, for taking the enemies from all our lives, O God, from all our health in the nation, O Lord. We say thank you, 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 Lord, for taking charge. In Jesus' name.
Thank you, Lord, for taking charge. The revolutionary voice of Mother Lord. Pay homage to God Almighty. This time, we're going to move to welcome remarks. And welcome remarks will be done by the representation for the Women's League. And I'm told that the revolutionary sister general, Lord Ryan, will give us the powerful welcome remarks in this speechless press conference. Thank you, Congress sister, you can proceed.
Amanda!
Existing protocols. We want to welcome all of our policies in the house. We want to welcome our chairman, Honorable Janga Augustus Cole. We want to welcome our SG, Honorable Jefferson Tamakoji. We want to welcome our senator in the house, We want to welcome our DCA Vice Chair for Administration, Honorable Williams, Dada Williams. So the platform guests, our honorable policies, to our National Women's League, Montserrat Women's League, our National Youth League, to our journalists, all media in the house, to our mothers, the National Prayer Team, our Muslim Council. We say you are welcome here at home. This is the ground of liberty. This is the home of the ordinary people. Feel free and listen to the all-powerful press conference. We once again say you are welcome. Thank you.
Once again say you're welcome. Give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause. Well done, you can come well done, Congress. Thank you all so much. A female commandant team in the trenches of history, giving you a very powerful welcome remarks. Despite the now shot of revolutionaries and intellectuals. Thanks again for the coverage. And this time we move further to another time coverage. So it'll be very economical. So seats. Move quickly. At this time, distinguished comrades, we move into the recognition of Amanda. So no time, comrades. No time, comrades, please be quiet, pay attention. Let us remain very, very magnificent. Thank you, comrades, thank you. And so no time, we move to recognition of officials and guests and our presence here. And that will be done by the revolutionary cadre of a movement, the historical founder of Retirees, the diaspora in general, the man who served in the position of Vice Chairperson Tools of Operations, and for Political Affairs, Vice Chairman for Political Affairs of the Revolutionary National Union of the Identical High Coalition for Democratic Change. It's not a person else. So put hands together for Comrade Angel Lord, Emmanuel Tikoti Swen, to do for us the recognition of officials as well as business occasion.
Thank you very much. Let me begin by exercising this unique responsibility assigned to me as an humble servant, by first giving astute recognition to the true owners of this movement, the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, and in extension, the mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. Those being the partisans from the zones, the communities, the districts, Monserrado County and other nearby counties who are present here, you are recognized. Let me then move on to the astute foundation, the fundamental revolutionary pillar on which this institution exists and continues to strive as the most vibrant existing political institution in the Republic of Liberia. That being cadres, militants, stalwarts of the Revolutionary National Youth League, of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, and the Coalition for Democratic Change in extension. Because you are all covered in the crowd, I may not recognize everyone, but my right hand salute to Cadre Fierce Castro, then as a wizard, my right hand salute to Cadre Gaison Abbas Davis, Fide Gladiator Low Budget, the General Affairs, and all of the cadres of the Revolutionary National Youth League, you are recognized. Let me then move to a unique pillar of our party. When men were living in the traditional political environment of Liberia, that political processes were only accomplished by men, those who transformed that mentality and made our politics today to appreciate the involvement of females. That being the Revolutionary Women League of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change. And because all of the cadres and stalwarts of the Women League are all covered in the crowd, let me begin by recognizing Monserrado One from the Nora Red, the mother of our party, Mother Coco Law, And I think the astute chairperson of the Women League is around. A round of salute to all cadres of the Women League. Not to hold you long, before I go on to introduce the members of the National Executive Committee of our party, let me recognize veterans of the Revolutionary National Youth League who are seated here. We have Cadre Mauro Bongoli. We have Cadre Malaya Zed Sharif. And all of the other cadres who are here. Special recognition also goes to former officials of our government. We have Mr. MacArthur Hilton, okay, Mr. Hilton, MacArthur Hilton, sorry, you are recognized. And we have the arrowhead of development, the one who has shown that road going to all parts of Liberia is possible. Former Public Works Minister, Madam Ruth Coco Collins, you are welcome. As we go further, we will also give special recognition to heads of other sections of our party, including Comrade Hora, who's been a regional head. And then, before I go to Maserati 1, let me recognize one of the astute stars of our party, Comrade Magnus. And then the man who chairs the most populated county in the Republic of Liberia. And he's the chairperson of our chairperson of the county chairs. Hello. And he's no other person but Alexander Fiasili. As I drive closer to the National Executive Committee, it is important to say that this institution has experience years as exist. A chairman who knows how to win elections. It would be a disservice if we just call his name without reminding you that he is the one who led us into power. Proving that he knows how to win elections. In the last minutes, approaching the election, he surfaced as a candidate in my county. And in the midst of controversy, he emerged. Today being 91. And be reminded, the foundation and tradition in this party that we continue to see. Having served as the Secretary General of our party and becoming a chairman. And today we are seeing another one who served as the Secretary General, now becoming a chairman. This is no other person but a humble servant and leader, the person of leader. She did a name that rings down.
Sayo! It's not better than Sayo. Sayo! Anyway, you can win Sayo.
He is no other person but leader Natalia Falumadu. And he's also serving as the chairperson of the party caucus in the legislature, and now seated as Maggie 1. Not to bore you long, I will seize the honor to introduce one of our party's youngest executive member. He's popularly known as a scientist. He deputized in the secretariat as the chief custodians of our records and does the research of our party. He's no other person but Cadre Randall Tubayu Masterquad Tubayu Randall. another astute leader of our party. And mind you, this institution has always fought to elevate the resilience, the fortitude of female cadres in this party. Benefiting in such capacity is one of our astute leaders, who's been a female. And this is no other person but cadre leader across our region. You are recognized. Then I now move to the day-to-day running of our party. This is somebody who has I've always struggled to introduce. Because he's not really well known to the people. Compare us to introduce him. You know, there is no other political institution that survives in our contemporary politics today that does not have that magnet that draws the youthful population to the nucleus of politics. Today, if Liberia must boast of a young man who has defied all odds and has proven undisputedly to be the one in whom the youthful generation see their future, to be the one in whom the youthful generation acquire their inspiration, to be the one who leads the struggle of the young people for a transformed Liberia. This is a young man who is a peer but has become a mentor. Age has been defined by his wisdom to the extent that he's even mentoring people far older than he is. Sometimes I wonder who's imparting him with this knowledge. Because anytime we interact with him, belief has renewed individuals, fully capacitated than we were. Not to bore you long, he is our humble servant, the one who the world has struggled to defend for us. But he has fallen short of giving us a definition. As we know him more than they know him. And so that definition of him is useless to us. As our definition is the true definition, he is a leader, a mentor, and a teacher. He's no other person but Calvin Jefferson Cameron. As we drive to the conclusion of this unique part of the program, which being the introduction of guests, we are at the point where we cannot ignore the institutional member of our institution. And if we must talk about the existence of the history of this institution to be known by individuals in that, then we will recognize the longest serving leader of our party. I guess you might be wondering right now why others who have been around for decades, they know who we are referring to. There are others who, when they think of struggle history, they think of leadership and they think of ideological series. They may be referring to him as the Putin of our party. Why some of us call him the longest serving leader of our party and the memory child of our party. When you ever thought of him, those short people Being in politics, he has given true definition of being an industrial person in politics. He's one person whose knowledge, for those of us who want to be entrepreneurs, benefit from. And this is a leader, a teacher. I call him Vladimir Putin, while others call him leader Gabla Vincent Williams. He's the past chair for administration of our party, your recognized leader. Comrades, at this point of the introduction, at this point of the introduction, we thank you and thank you very much. Thank you and thank you very much. While we were going on with the introduction of dignitaries, party official, seated here, we witnessed a triumphant entry of one of the funniest sons of Lofa County, the longest serving servants of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, one of those who have what it takes to win elections in the Republic of Liberia. If you do not know, we are discussing someone who has consistently won elections 4 times now, being the longest serving legislator in the 55th National Legislature. Not only does this person have shown their capacity to win election in national elections, but this great sound of the Congress for Democratic Change has also proven his supremacy in elections by overwhelmingly, and I stand to be corrected in the history of our legislative elections. He has been one of the biggest supports in the lower house, and winning as the deputy speaker of the 55th National Legislature. Before you forget, he's also seated on our National Executive Committee as the National Vice Chair for Operations. This is a humble servant. This is a leader. He's no other person, but those who others refer to as Longford. Why you call him Deputy Speaker Thomas Panga Fala? Thank you very much. So at this point, I'm at the point where it is soon by protocol I will perform this task. It is weighted, and if I had the privilege to escape this protocol, is what I would have welcomed. When you have the opportunity to retrospect on what you know and what you have heard, and those accumulate into a weighted responsibility, I think every responsible person will find a way to escape it. But here I am. The protocol has helped me at this point, that I'm bound to do it. On this note, not to frustrate the gathering, I will venture into introducing someone that Liberia knows well, someone that the young people knows well, someone that the University Student Associations know well, someone that has made history for themselves, and someone that needs no introduction when we are talking about revolutionary engagements in the Republic of Liberia. If you do not know, let me remind you so fast that when Liberia was headed by a tyrannical regime led by the then former rebel leader Charles Dange Taylor, when they did not dare confront the system, because to advocate for the interests of the people was equivalent to a race and threat to their life. If fewer men stood up, those men were people like those we are about to introduce. To the extent it meant that they have to live in exile only because they refuse to bow to the growing image of the day. When the young people needed direction, when institutions were crumbling and needed resurrection, and one of the vibrant youth institutions in the country, known to be the Liberian Student Union, when we needed that resurrection, these are men who stood to the call and resurrected the institution, for which today leaders find it easy to continue. Today, we are not introducing someone you do not know. We are introducing someone who won elections with the mighty Congress for Democratic Change and the Coalition for Democratic Change in extension. As the head of the Secretariat and the chief preacher of our party, we are introducing to you someone who has served the institution as the head of the legal team of the institution, by virtue of the fact that he served as the National Vice Chair for Legal Affairs. Today, he is seated as the arrowhead of our NEC. He is seated as the one who is first to bring you back to power. Mind you, is that strange for him? He did it as a Secretary General. He can do it as a chairman. Your son, who is first to hold the feet of this regime, are proving in less than 3 months to be incapacitated to lead this country. Today, I'm pleased and honored to introduce to you your humble servant, your leader, your mentor, your teacher, a trainer of trainers. He's no other president, but someone we refer to as Chris Ali. What does it do? If you know the South African struggle, it will not surprise you when you hear the name what does it do. Today we are pleased to introduce to you your leader, Anthony, Chairman, Janga, Augustus, Cole.
Like to appreciate graduate Emmanuel this one. It is important. Don't blame the protocol. There's a guy called Colonel Linus, a retired biologist. He one of the scientific findings. He discovered taxonomy. And the wisdom, he became the father of taxonomy. Has to do with the classification of living organisms. Some call it the bionormal nomenclature. And so he taught us that living things will be categorized in kingdom, in order, in phylum, in species, in class. Put the hands together. That he gave me a clear definition about what it means to define people based on their positions. And so the basis of that, you say, comrade, thank you so much. That's the leader of this party. This party. That is the tradition of the party. And people serving this party. The least thing we do for them is to give them revolutionary image and give them recognition. Thank you so much now because of time. We will now, like we said to you, be very Moses Black. We'll be very Moses Black this time around. Very short, in brevity, and move to overview. That will be done by the Federal Secretary General for research and records of our party, Congress, Randolph, Randolph, Master School, Government. Thank you, Congress. Come home. Thank you.
And we intend to be very shocked and shocked at the tenure of Moses Black. Amanda, we'll be shocked at the margin on which Joseph Human Broker won. We won in Alushope and Pakistan margin. So we'll be shocked on that margin as well. Amanda, and so the overview of today's program, you know, a few days ago we were here and we had the Secretary General of our party, Commemorating Adilo Jefferson Tamaikoji, unveiling to you a particular character. And of course, on that day, what happened, we saw the Secretary General try to state to you what was at stake. He was telling you what the party was into. You know, since the election, we've been having series of meetings, series of engagement, meeting all ambience of the party. And so, since the party has announced a chairman, and the chairman has been officially inducted and introduced to partisans of the party, today that chairman has come here to unpack key word, to unpack the excesses of Mr. Joseph Human, the civil provider. Whether it is about Noka, to where his nephew Jacob, a colleague, was appointed as officer in charge, and 3 weeks later, this lady called Swakoko, former lawmaker, we do not like her because she's rude to our party. We do not like her because she's a disappointment. But this lady has not been confirmed to this. Part of the reason why she hasn't been confirmed are some of the reasons why the chairman is about to speak today. And so simple. Joseph Baga, his nephew, I think they're doing some 2.5 million transaction at Nuka, and they want that money to pass before her confirmation. Right now, they are lobbying against her confirmation. They have refused to confirm her because the nephew of Joseph Baga, mind you, this is a nepotistic government. Just a few days ago, you saw that he appointed his son, Amos Baga, as the Financial Intelligence Agency as deputy director. Before that, his son, has been running things to NASCO. They talk about buying SUV while President Buya was still in power. So the excesses are so much. Whether it's about the alcohol, they got to NPA, the national program. The guy is just appointing his relatives. He has appointed Usman Dukle, his cousin, and Dukle has been promoted. He has no experience. Today he goes to $4,500 United States. Asatu Dukle, his biological sister, also has been promoted from ordinary clerk. Now she makes $1,800 United States. Abraham Dukle's nephew has been promoted. It's all about, exercise, it's about cronyism, it's about nepotism, whether it's about the internet outage as a result of the recklessness of Joseph Baga and his government. The chairman today is here to unpack everything. Whether it's about Member Robertson. Member Robertson is a criminal that are got documents substantiating that she owing people all around the country. Yet this woman has in place on the so-called asset recovery team. How can a woman who's owing people here and there go and recover assets? Why is she going to John Paul and she go to John Paul? How will she recover assets? So the excesses are just so too much. These are the excesses that our chairman will unpack today. So we will listen to speeches from, of course, the very Tifa who just walked in here. He's an executive committee member of our party. You will listen to the legislative caucus chairman, Honorable Magil, the winning chairman of our party. And then, of course, there will be an introduction of the chairman by the Secretary General, and then the chairman unpacks everything. On this note, I promise to be dua, and I'm very squat, I'm very dua and short in the chairman was in Amanda.
Thank you. At this time, Amanda. At this time, quickly, we would like to move to item 5. Please give the platform, guests, the officials a little space so that they see and view through the program. So, comrades, please grab the small. Yeah, take your time, comrades. Small, just. Thank you. So we take special remarks by the CDC's legislative caucus chair for committing the senator of my Greek country, Chairman Elfus, Congress, veteran, Natalia Parliamentary. Thank you. you very much. What a exciting day. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Secretary General, and dynamic Deputy Speaker, fellow parliament. I'm happy to be back at the party headquarters. But our mission is yet to be completed. And CDC is marching back to victory. To my fellow Citizens, we have lost the battle, but we now lost the war. Our mission to change Liberia has just begun. We have had some difficult times. But let me say to you, the generals have now retreated back to the party headquarters. And let me say to you, I'm excited that you have not given up. That you are even re-energized. You know, I love the attitude of sedition so that you agree to sleep. But your ability to wake up and fight for tomorrow is stay there. There are those who believe that everything has been given up, but I say to you, they are wrong. We are ready to fight. We are ready to fight. Today is the first day for our chairman to speak to the public. So we'll not take it away from the chairman. But let me say to you, that God willing, 2029 we'll be back. You know, we celebrating CDC every day. People say, we're there before and we'll be there. Sometimes it's good to get an opponent chance. In less than 100 days, they made so many mistakes. I'll tell you, the high election today, CDC will win it. But don't give up. This is the biggest test that God has given you. To see whether or not you are resilient. And I know solutions are resilient. I want to ask you to keep the faith. We are together. As chairman of the CDC Legislative Caucus, by the directive of this great party, we shall keep the feet of the government to the fire. You know the good thing I were there before. We understand the rudimentary of running government. And they made so many mistakes. They just made less than 100 days, they made so many mistakes. Always celebrate your party. Always celebrate CDC. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Secretary General, on base to the stand-up bearer of this party. And the people of Liberia are already beginning to miss the president. People of Liberia. You know, before I say I don't want to sign this card yet, and to the Minister of Justice, that Liberia is based on the principle of laws and not of man. That it is illegal for anybody, for any institution,
to seize any private person property with all a good order. And will make it formal to the Speaker, to the Senate, so that President Bwaka will take due notice. Now, any institution established by Bwaka, whether by law, whether by unconstitutional means, they have no authority to seize any private person property. And we want the international community to also know this. That Cedicians, we are peaceful people.
Sure.
But Bwaka should not cause tension and conflict in this country.
Hey!
We'll continue to be peaceful, but we'll resist any attempt to violate the law through the legal means. So this is a candidate. Thank you very much, Indonesia. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. We understand the rudimentaries of governance. By God's willing, he will be back 2029. Put hands together for the CDC President for Trump. Very powerful and succinct remark. At this time, Congress, fighters of our movement, bear with us for those of you following this broadcast in the media wavelength. This is not one of our usual press conferences. This one is extraordinary. As you can see, the terrain is stacked with very gladiators and move on out of the circle of our party. The vital politics of our party in this country is politics. They are here today. So we will gonna deal our way tactically in the protocol and ensure that these people get through and navigate the messages to the broader masses of our people. Knowing that, on the basis of that, I'm not me to call upon today's president, the vice chair of operations, the man who won 4 different elections in the legislature of our country. We are pleased to invite to the Russian the Deputy Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Honorable Kaji Tomopi Fala, for his special remarks. Amanda. 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 Patio. CDC Party. Thank you, comrades. First, Mr. Chairman, members of the National Executive Committee, Mr. Caucus Chairman, our auxiliaries, members of the 4th Estate, it's a privilege and an opportunity to stay here this evening. To begin with, in my capacity, I'd like to say congratulations, Mr. Chairman, Tanganko, our chairperson, acting for our party, Mr. Secretary General. We recognize the presence of all of our friends and party leaders. I stand here this evening listening to the chairperson of our caucus. I'd like to admonish all of us as partisans, especially those of us that have history of paying our dues. I stay here today for the past 1 to 2 months. Let me begin with permission, Mr. Chairman, to allow me to speak a little bit.
When I heard people talk about Fala being a betrayer to the people's movement, I'm sorry to say probably it's not the protocol and not the forum. Sometimes tears set in my eyes. Because without scar, without history, there's no day, no reason. When we joined this movement 2005, we are the gate, the entrance that we call ourselves gatekeepers. Nothing turn our eyes, nothing move us. I had a privilege, I had an opportunity to serve under Madam Ellen Joseph Salif government by CDC 2005, 2006. Up to 2017, that began with 2006 to 2011, where CDC had close to 25 representatives, where CDC had majority members in the House of Representatives. Father was a junior comrade and a junior lawmaker with less experience. Father did not betray the people's struggle. We were two. After you gave men and women opportunity to serve, Father did not cheat. Father did not betray the CDC for nothing. With everything, every opportunity that we're given. From 2011 to 2017, under Madam Ellen Joseph Salif, Father again did not betray the CDC for nothing, for no reason. Under Madam Ellen Joseph Salif. All that you know of, all of the political chicaneries and the maneuvering in the legislature. From 2017 to 2023, Fala did not, one day, there is no history, a challenge from bottom to top, that Fala has a record of being the betrayer or letting the people struggle. Few weeks or few months ago, to my dismay, 2023, when the records of the CDC from 2005, when CDC were at the peak of political history in our country, Lofa County, CDC was at its peak. CDC was always contained at 7%. All of the popularity and the strength of the CDC, it was because of this party, the leader of our party giving instruction and mandate that we should shift the political paradigm in Lofa County. And we took the lead along with friends, moving into Lofa County into the trenches. Beginning from 2022, when we single-handedly along with the party, especially the party members, said, Father, lead the troop. When we led the troop, we produced a senator in Lofa County. Father did not betray CDC, but we produced Senator Jala. When Lofa was considered no-go zone, this is the father that infiltrated with the support of our party and the leaders of our party. And yes, one of our soldiers and one of our generals go and redeem us. I led the troop to produce senators. Since the history of our party, we were not successful in Lofa County. God first, the party gave us instruction and led those troops to went into Lofa County. That was proving 2023 again from 7%. With the support and the mandate of our political leader in the party, that Fala should lead the troop into Lofa County. That I led the troop from 7% to 36%. Though we did not win elections, I did not just get 37%. Bring back to my party, but I got what? District number 1, Thomas Fala, CDC. District number 2, Lofa County, CDC. District number 3, Sefakoto, CDC. I came from Lofa County with team represented to include myself. First time in the political history of CDC. I shed tears and tears set in my eyes every time I hear. When I listen to some of you, the junior comrades and friends, we hold nothing against you because this is a struggle. We pay our dues. The father did not trip the CDC. Enter into the kingdom. Some of you do not understand, know what it means. Traditional county and traditional district. That our students said, no, don't vote Joseph Parker, we're going to write my history. How many of you are strong enough to go into the chiefdom and say, don't vote my kinsman, father of the CDC, saying he wants to betray because he attended a program? But we'll let's be honest and move on because we try to piggyback on the history of our political leader. And because some of you don't understand, we fought here for CDC, we did all of us fought. But one day, surprising our political leader said, for the sake of peace, take it back from 2005. When we were junior comrades and soldiers in this compound, grieving in tears. When 2005 elections came, we felt we won the election for the sake of peace and the unity of our country. Let's let it go. We were not happy at the time, but we accepted it because he's our leader. He continued to show that leadership. He continued to prove to the world that he's an icon of peace. 2011, when children, men, we were here just like we stand today. My children were murdered and killed. We let it go, Mr. Chairman, permission of the TPC. You know, it's an opportunity for me, and I ask for permission, Mr. Chairman, not to disrespect the authority, because we have to clear some of these things. And Secretary General, remember I'm the Vice Chairman for Operation Jal 10. I am the Vice Chairman for Operation of Big Party for history. 2011, when men were killed, our political leaders said for the sake of peace. 2023, the reason why we were not happy, some of us that went to Nova County, we know what we did. We know our record in terms of our history with our culture and tradition. And we accept that and say, yes, that the elections go is beyond us for the sake of peace. Someone said, I attended a program for Yumali. How do you feel that more than me? That were in the crossfire, in the middle of the crossfire in Foya. When those kids were put on the killed in my presence. Then you tell me I betrayed my party of the CDC. For God in heaven's sake. We're saying this to some of you today, our friends. I know sometimes these things, emotions come in, you want to act. Emotions sometimes come in, that's why some of us don't talk. We listen to the radio, the social media, we listen, monitor our friends. These guys betraying our movement, betraying the struggle. That's leadership. We say we must reconcile, it doesn't make we forget our roots. Our root is our root. And the CDC is our root. CDC is in our DNA. We don't pretend. And I have no history of ever pretending in the CDC. No record in the CDC can prove that Thomas Fala defied the party before. For me to hear CDC trying to negate that fight and say Fala is a deviant. Fala neglected the party, is a betrayer. But we let it go for another time. We play leadership and call on all of our policies. We must unite. These are troubling times. Each and every one of us, from the top to the bottom, we are important. No one should discourage you to leave the party. My presence here today should demonstrate. Because sometimes when you hear some of these comments, you hear some of your friends giving you words, you get discouraged, you want to go. do not leave. There is a future. The George Weah, the CDC will come back to power. These are testing movements. And these testing movements is just for us to know our resolve as a family, as a team. Because they will start to fight one another. It's a point of discouragement for our parties. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you, and friends. We will have another time. I thought this would be a press conference. People say, therefore, they are attacking you, have press conference. I will not have press conference. It's not part of it. Thank you. I'm the Vice Chairman. Today, there are SSAs in government. There are SSAs in government. Today, the president that we have in our country, we respect you. We are the president. We respect you because you are the leader of our country in our capacity as national leaders. But it doesn't mean those checkpoints that need to be erected will not be erected because you did it. To the past leader of our country, you must be prepared to be chastised. And those checkpoints must come. I listened to someone talk about the May. Mr. President, we talk about war and economic ground good. You make commitment, leadership comes from commitments. Those commitments that you talk about, the world look up to you and watch it. If you think you want to waste one, you want to get our people, go on to you to see. You talk about asset recovery. If you think government, past and present government officials are corrupt, that you want to erect those checkpoints. There are laws and statutes under our laws. And let's see that you have a committee set up, assets recovery. For those of us that don't understand that that's a bluff, it is a myth. Because assets recovery come with individuals of integrity. So when you check maybe individuals that want to check maybe, for example, must have integrity. But we believe that there is time for all those checkpoints to be put into place. I listened the other day when I heard the presentation of the budget where 1.5 million is being placed in the budget for a committee that has no statutory responsibility. These are things we should talk about. When you have anti-graft institutions, the LACC, GAC, blah, 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 and then you set up a committee and say this committee is an integrity committee. We wait to see the 1.5, how possible. As CDC, this is time that we hold our legislators feet to the fire and know who is who. And sometimes listen, you just start a fella with a record for attending one program, but you refuse to test out the lawmaker for passing, for confirming someone. CDC, the young folks in the country sometimes get upset when Yumale was confirmed. What did you do? You don't have senators. You have about 10 to 11 senators. They did not fight to stop this confirmation. But one father attended a program in the need of reconciliation. Then someone say, suspend father, just start father. Like you do know the rules and the rudiments, like my chairman said. How? There are confirmation. The confirmation lies in the hands of our senators. Yesterday, the president did something. Again, I want to bring that sit down. The situation in Fire Lofa County. Again, the energy the young people and the partisans have to excite on Thomas Farah is a challenge to you again. You say you must suspend me because Father went to enter what Internal Affairs program after being confirmed. But refusal of the party and the parties and the young people to gesture our senators that confirm that individual. It's of this service for me. And now one again, and I'll take my seat. There were 3 names that we start off with for 4 years alone. Those that were directly involved with pictorial evidence in the murders. I hear people talking about the insympathy with Josiah. You cannot be insympathy with those individuals more than me. They died in my hand. I shed tears before you. Not many Palestinians went before you. I was there. I buried them. Today, the president has challenged us because the confirmation that was done by our senators that made the Internal Affairs Minister to be minister today. Today, the president has given you another text. This is a challenge to you, the partisans. If you are not biased, the leadership of our party, from the political leader to the leadership of our party, there are 3 names, and I will call those names. With pictorial evidence that were involved in the murder of those children. Peter T.O.J. Nobody can call for fire. The Secretary General of our party is a Christian, he knows him very well. They've been sent to be statutory suit of fire, the same way the kill of children. Sam Pumpway, one of those that was involved physically. Josiah Sake, the people, the partisans of CDC in fire all over the country, they in total dismay and tears, fear. I challenge you, CDC and the party, the energy you have to justify me. Begin from here. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Congress, please be quiet. No time. Please, Congress. Amanda, no time. Please be quiet. Thank you. At this time, we'd like to call upon the Secretary General of our party, the man who will officially present to you the chief convener, the acting chairman of the Independent Mali Coalition for Democracy.
Well, thank you. No time. This occasion is for the chairperson of our party to do exactly what he's been mandated to do by the National Executive Committee. We'd like to quickly remind our vice chair for operation, Honorable Thomas Fowler. This platform was a privilege, and the chairman through the magnanimity of the chairperson. Honorable Father, we are well. We take due note, but all of us here now above the decision of our party, and that's why we respect each and every one So when we come, those issues can be clearly stated. Today, we want to make it very clear. We want to say thank you to our legislators. We have the chairman emeritus, Lieutenant Faro Mathieu, sir, and our own vice chair for operations, who is currently seated, and also my very glad, because I like the fact that he has placed the caveat. Because we reach at the point where our lawmakers should be brought to book. As we have the budget, as the House, we expect them to do due diligence. And let me say a recognition to my nephew. And when I be friend, the nephew was only back there, he get chipped away to CDC. So the CDC will begin, the CDC will continue to make history. We will continue to be vindicated. And we say to you, when we We want to make it very clear before we call the chairman to come out. Before we call the chairman to come out. Before we call the chairman to speak. Before we call the chairman to speak, we want to make it categorically clear. Few issues. We want to state here the elections, the by-elections in Grand Chia and the one in Nima County. As a party, we will not be feeding Kennedy on our tickets. We want to assure you we'll be in Nima, we endorse a Kennedy, rather we'll put a Kennedy full. That endorsement will call on our partisan to support that endorsement. We also do SIM in Grand Gia County. On last note, I like the way the Coca Chair emphasized. And let us go to our international first. Where is it very clear? People will not teach our opposition. We know exactly. We understand this theory fully well. Mr. Parker is consistently engaged into utter provocation to constitute a group of malicious, arrogating onto the set and thinking that they are asset recovery. Our friends in the international community, our friends who believe in good government and ECOWAS needs to be aware to you partisans as we begin to receive. So let's come boldly to them as the dismissal bring the letter. Very soon, not too long. As the dismissal, don't be afraid of them. Walk in their faces. Very soon they will disown their actions. Very soon they will disown their decision. Very soon, those decisions, we are documenting them. Make them to dismiss you. Go and ask them to dismiss you. Don't be afraid. Walk to them, you are a Liberian and you deserve the right to work in this government. Don't be afraid. Walk boldly and let them dismiss you. Very soon, every one of them, whether be a minister or director or any agency here, we can assure you, you will disown your decision very soon. We will say thank you as the dismissal part already told loud and clear. And that's why we're not in rush, we're not in haste. Today the chairperson will come and he will eloquently unpack the essences of Mr. Walker. And that's why we don't want to delve into the exigency about what is about to be unpacked by our chairperson. We want to say this is a very good, unique relationship with our legislators. We want to appreciate them. Whenever we do things, we share with them. As we come today, today is a very difficult moment for me. And we want to officially announce to the public now, the chairperson emeritus Mobaki Malu. We want to say to him,